So you all get to plan a trip to Washington, D.C. So all the stuff we've been talking about all year, studying, discussing, related to the federal government, you now get to pick places you want to visit in and around Washington, D.C. Okay, so there's two things you're going to turn in for this. One, you're going to make a Google Slides that shows every place that you would like to visit and why. I'll get to that in just a second. And you're also going to have to turn in a budget, which is on a Google Docs that Mr. V's put together for you. There's a blank Google slide presentation that's included in this post that you'll want to use to start the visual part of your trip. Okay, so here's what you're going to do on the Google Slides. Okay, we want a list of 5 Washington, D.C. institutions that you'd like to visit. Okay, a breakdown of at least 5 objectives for each place. So in other words, when you're there at that place, what would you specifically like to see? Okay, and then reasons why you want to visit these institutions, as well as the specific areas within these spots. Okay, so here's what I got on here for you. So here's my example. My trip to DC, first place I want to visit is the Capitol building. Here's why. Okay, that's listed all right here. This is why I want to visit the Capitol building. You're not allowed to steal my ideas either. You can visit the Capitol, but you got to put it in your own words. Okay, now within the Capitol, there's 5 places I'd like to see. Number 1 is the House Chamber, where the House of Representatives debates and makes laws. Here's why. Okay, here's my 5 reasons why. The second place I'd like to visit is Statuary Hall. That's where they have every state has a statue in this giant room. So here's the 5 reasons why I would want to visit that place. And then next, I want to visit the old Supreme Court chamber. A lot of historic cases were argued here, and here's the 5 reasons why I want to visit there. Next, I want to go to the Rotunda within the Capitol building. So that's the 4th thing I want to see. Here's the reasons why. And finally, I want to see the paintings in the Rotunda. Here's why. And then I would move on then to the second place I'd like to visit. Give 5 places within that institution I'd like to visit, and 5 reasons why for each of the places within that institution I want to visit. Okay, so you'll do all of that in a Google Slides. The second part is on this Google Doc, where you're going to have to put a budget together. Okay, so on that you're going to have to put how will you get there? You're going to fly, you're going to drive, how much is it going to cost? Where will you stay? Okay, what are some of the places, or what are some of the amenities of the hotel? And pay attention to the location of the hotel, because you probably want to be within walking distance of stuff in DC. And then finally, where you're going to eat, how much is this going to cost? Okay, so you put all that information on here. You're going to travel by car or by plane, just fill out one of them. We've got some websites on here that'll help you find places to stay. And then the hotel where you want to stay, there's 3 websites here where you can choose where you want to stay in Washington, D.C., and then put a meal plan together. I would use Yelp. Yelp is a great website. You can find all kinds of stuff from low-cost meals to really, really expensive ones. So cost is no option here. If you want to fine dine the whole time, go ahead. If you want to stay at a 5-star hotel, go right ahead. If you want to fly, go right ahead. As long as you put a budget together, you're good there. Okay, now, as far as the places that you want to visit, we've got 3 websites here that'll help you choose. These are all virtual tours of Washington, D.C. This is Google's, it's called Google's Virtual Field Trips. They've got lots of places where you can choose here. These are mainly museums, though, on where to go in DC. We've got a list of 50+ virtual tours in DC, so here's places that you can see. And what's nice about these is these actually are, a lot of these are they actually take you there, like the aquarium here. This is my favorite. You can actually walk through the aquarium and see practically everything here. So if you want to see the sea turtles, here they are. Okay. So this is actually my favorite website that I have here for you. And then the third one is Washington, D.C. in 360-degree view. Since you can't be there, here's all kinds of institutions that you can see. And most of these you can spin around. And if you play this, it gives you a virtual tour of, this is the World War II exhibit, which is between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial right there. Okay, so pretty cool. Okay, and again, if, once you're finished with this, turn both parts in, the Google Slides that you create as well as the budget. And as always, Mr. V and I will be on video chat every morning from about 8:30 to 12. If you have any questions on what to do here, and you can also email us during the afternoon or in the evening, and we'll get back to you ASAP. Good luck and have fun.